Hey guys, it's about 10 a.m. here where I am located. I am in Central Time, San Antonio, Texas, and I wanted to take a little break to talk about my experience with Sabbatical Beauty. It's been about 10-ish weeks. How did I get here? What drew me to Sabbatical Beauty, and how has it been? Because it's been about 10 weeks. They say that it takes 30 days for you to develop a habit. My cat's trying to get into the bathroom. They say it takes about 30 days for you to develop a habit, and it takes about 30 days for you to actually see something in your skin. So it's been way over 30 days. It's been a little bit over 10 weeks. So I think it's a good time for me to hop in and tell you guys, hello, Toby. How I have been. My name is Nicole Rodriguez. I am about 33 years old. I will be 33 by the end of summer. My skin, it's combination skin, mostly very prone to acne, especially hormonal acne. And it's so hot, I am sweating acne. I'm currently living in South Central Texas, or Southwest Texas technically. And it's very hot and it's very humid. And it's like, why are you so hot? Today's actually supposed to be kind of cool because it's 94 as opposed to 100. So there's that. My first experience with Sabbatical Beauty was actually the Springbox. And I wanted to talk to you guys about it because the summer box goes away in about a week-ish, give or take a few days. So this is a good time for me to hop in and tell you guys how I've been feeling about it. I joined because of an ad I saw about Marine. Where's Marine? Marine. And I thought, oh, this is super cool. I actually I still have a jar around here of that super famous French cream of the sea. Not that it's a bad cream, but it's very expensive and it's not something so dramatic that you see results right away. So when I read all the description about Marine, I was like, oh, this is super cool. This is totally what I like about this other thing. And I am totally going to give it a try. So, hey, whoever that is. So I joined, checked the website, I did the quiz. I was definitely convinced that I was going to order the Marine and Asian Powerhouse combo. And then I joined the group because somewhere in the website it says join our community of awesome people. And everybody was raving about the spring box that I was about to come out. And I was like, oh, this is perfect because it had an oil, it had a moisturizer. And obviously you can see some of these things I love. So I ended up ordering the full size. The sleeping pack, which is something I've always been interested in. Blush oil, which is, if anything, this thing is just gorgeous. And it smells amazing. So I was like, I'm totally going to give this a chance. So I did. I woke up early and I ordered my spring box and I added the goodies. I added the power set of Marine and Asian Powerhouse, which is why I originally intended to order. And the box arrived here and it's been about 10 weeks. So how's that been? I'm actually going live in a group of random women of all over the world with absolutely no makeup on. Like, I literally just washed my face. And when I mean wash my face, I grab my warm washcloth and I cleanse my face. And I actually have the confidence to hop in on a live stream without any sort of makeup on. It's pretty sad to me when I see people posting the before and afters. I'm actually gonna swipe into peppermint water. Like before Sabbatical Beauty and after Sabbatical Beauty. And not because it's sad for me for them, but it's sad for me because I don't have any before Sabbatical Beauty pictures without any makeup on. Every single picture there is me out there, I have some sort of tinted moisturizer on. I've always had red skin and you can sort of tell that it's a little bit pinkyish around here. I've always had like red cheeks, like really red cheeks, and like all the acne bumps all over the place. So I always had at the very least, tinted moisturizer. I justified it thinking that, I need some sort of SPF on. I might as well be a 2-for-1, get some sunblock in and, even my face. And I always thought that this was great to do. And now, 10 weeks later, I realized how truly ashamed I was of my skin. Not that there's anything nothing wrong with wearing makeup, but when the first thing you do when you wake up, it's to put on at least some tinted moisturizer, and now I don't. You do realize that peppermint smells so good. You do realize that there was something deep down that had you ashamed of your skin. And it's actually pretty sad for me to admit that nowadays, but it is true. So I did try the Springboks, and I did see change immediately, especially with Marine. Everybody talks about all these other wonderful products. I mean, we talked about the Springboks blush, Dorian Gray, Sleeping Beauty oil, but seriously, the big superstar for me, it's Marine. In fact, I change what I put on my skin every day, but I always put in at least some of Marine on, because it just helps. It's like a giant vitamin boost. And I did see it took about, I want to say about 3 days for my skin to actually start changing, and it was such a dramatic change. It was actually really amazing to see. I've had all sorts of skincare, from supermarket to like CVS, Walgreens, to all the way to high-end Nordstrom, and I have never had such a big impact on skincare like I have from this line. And it's pretty crazy because when you see, and I'm gonna pull it again, but when you see some of these things, like especially the high-end skincare, like you see this fancy beautiful bottle, and then actually let's compare apples to apples. Where are you? So like eye cream fancy bottle versus this pretty, it's a very humble bottle. Let's get something straight. It's a very humble bottle. It's like, whoa, such a big difference, right? At the same time, this does not need to be in a fancy bottle. It does not need the fancy packaging. It does not need the fancy marketing and all the other stuff. It is just super powerful, and it actually speaks for itself. And it's something that I love about the entire brand. Everything, it's like super simple packaging. We don't need to flash you up with our fancy packaging. You just know our stuff works. And if you have any questions, there's a group, and just comment on the group and everybody will jump in, because we're all just so very passionate to the product, to the point that I started with this and now I have this. I'm very obsessed with Pearl. It was on the Springboks, and the same thing with Lotus Mist. The Springboks was very well curated to the point that I thought it appealed to every skin type, whether you were like super dry or oily or combination, acne prone or whatnot, sensitive. The Springboks was really good for you. And I have just barely started. I received my summer box Friday night, and it has been the exact same experience. The summer box, it's very all skin types. You'll find something that you love in the summer box. So I just wanted to talk about that. If you guys have any questions, so you guys want to comment, just let me know. I know I'm mostly rambling. It's morning, and I'm literally just getting ready with you guys because I have errands to do, because even though it's summer, we have like a million things to do. Summer's here, kids are in school, kids are out of school, and yet somehow there's like a million things to do. It's so crazy how that works. Pearl, my BFF. Pearl, it's a funny guy, or gal, whatever you want to call it. Like, people have mixed feelings about Pearl. It is very sticky. I find it that if I rub it between my arm, my hands, my fingers, it kind of warms up, and you sort of feel like the warmth tingly, and that it's the vitamin B3 kind of like warming you up. As soon as you rub it in, we're pretty much good to go, and it sinks in. I'm kind of like the lazy type of person. I know we say, and it's taking me forever today because I'm actually talking to you guys. This whole thing usually takes me like about maybe a minute or less. I am sort of the slap, and this is after sun. I'm sort of the slap, 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 slap. and my skin will eventually absorb everything in type of gal. But today we're talking, so it's kind of taking, it's a little bit after sun all over my face. It's all good. Kind of make it a little bit mess in the cap. You guys didn't see that, but it was a giant mess. Yes, after sun all over my arms. That's how we're rolling today. So I'm kind of like a lazy person, slap, 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 and then just put in some finishing powder, kind of like mattify yourself, because I do look very shiny right now. But you can't do it, like, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's, like I always tell people, it's a matter of doing what works for you. And if what works for you, it's waiting 30 seconds or something between layers, then wait the 30 seconds. That does not work for me 90% of the time. So I just slap everything on, and then I just carry on with my day, and then I put in some finishing powder, and then I just, it will eventually sink in, but at least the finishing powder kind of makes me not look so shiny. Anyways, I am rambling, and it's kind of early for me to ramble. Recap. I've been here for 10 weeks-ish. I absolutely love my first order. That was the spring box. I thought that it was a random order that it did, but I trusted the company. I figured it was going to be for all skin types, and it did. It works wonders on my skin, and my experience so far, 3 days into the summer box, is that it is most definitely for all and every single skin tones. If you have not tried any Sabbatical Beauty and you feel overwhelmed, because we all have like this crazy routines with like 20 or whatever steps, you don't have to have 20 steps. You can definitely have a few steps, and I do feel like the summer box, it's the perfect for that jumping into the K-Beauty routine. It's super simple. It works with every skin tone. It definitely works for my skin tone. It's very moisturizing. It's very light. Everything is extremely light. It smells amazing. Everything. If you have questions, you don't know where to start, if you feel overwhelmed by the whole thing, if you're brand new here and you absolutely love what everybody talks about, the 50 little bottles of things, we all have like a million of these. Just hop in, give it a try. Give it a try for the summer box. It's gonna be here for just a little while longer, but I promise you, you will not be disappointed, especially if you're a new person and you're extremely overwhelmed. It's like one serum and one press serum, which is pretty much multitasking. It has all sorts of cleansers. You don't need to use every single cleanser every time. You can be the lazy girl that uses the cleansing grains because you feel kind of like exfoliating. You're feeling super lazy like I did this morning, and you just do a little bit of peppermint water to like kind of refreshen up. Or you can go full K-Beauty and use all the steps in a row. Give it a try and let us know what you think. And goodbye from San Antonio. I'm gonna do my lips and my eyes, and I'm gonna start making funny faces, so I'm just gonna go off camera now. Have a great one, guys. Bye.